My question is for the three creatives. Mary is so important, as we've highlighted, to Black women, especially from that time period. As you were putting together this story, was there an area that you were surprised to learn about from Mary? Because I think in some ways we feel like we know Mary's story and we know the valleys that she's gone through. So in putting this together and pulling those peaks out, what was something that you felt like, yeah, this is a part of it that I know the audience isn't familiar with, and that was even surprising to you as creatives?
For me, I think the surprising part for me was her not knowing who that she was Mary J. Blige. Like her not knowing that a lot of women loved her and almost want to be like her, want to dress like her, wanted to be everything. So that, I think that surprised me, that she sort of, didn't see or know that, or knew that, sorry.
I always love to hear that too, that she didn't know I didn't know I was me, she says. That's amazing. And to me, I think the thing for me getting into this film is actually, I was so new to so much about Mary's life and music and everything, that I think also I kind of came in with just such an open book to be surprised about anything and to learn everything and just really wanted to take in everything. And so I think that whether it's surprise or just the willingness to learn and understand and listen, I think everything about her story and all the things we did when we filmed together was just new and just profound for me to learn.
I am a Mary J. Blige fan first. I have the privilege of working with her, but I am a fan first. And so when the Mary J. Blige that I see is so strong and so transparent and so powerful, and she's all of these things. But what I learned in a deeper way was how sensitive and empathetic she is, and how much she feels the pain of others and hurts when someone else hurts. And so when you see someone who's so courageous to stand on stage in front of thousands of people to sing their pain or talk about their story, their journey, their heartbreak, and all these things, you think of that person as as so strong. But she's also, as strong as she is, she's also she feels, and she's so empathetic. And so that's the thing that I always have to remind myself, and the doc made me that much more aware of, like, this strong, powerful queen of hip hop soul also feels very deeply. So that's the thing that I learned.
So we talked about Mary's connection with her fans and looking back over her life. What was the conversation like with you and Mary at the end of the project, once it was in the can and it was put together? Because I think that opening yourself up or re-examining your life for a docuseries, it can be a very taxing process, even if triumph is on the end of it. So how did she feel after laying all of those emotions bare, the ups and the downs? And what was that conversation like with you?
Well, there were a lot of tears once we watched the final edit. There were lots and lots of tears. I think I mentioned earlier my acknowledgement of Mary being so empathetic and feeling so deeply. So her having to kind of go back to that place of where she was emotionally and where her heart was in that time, during that time, I think was heavy for her. And so, so it was heavy. It was heavy reliving that. And, it took a lot of time and a lot of work for her to get through that period. And so to go back and be in that place and do press every day and do promo and do all these things, talking about that and reliving it, I think it drummed up a lot of old emotions, which was kind of heavy. It also made me respect her so much more. Because to be able to do that and to be able to sing those songs that came from such a personal place every night on tour, and to be able to, like, go back and peel that Band-Aid off every night and every time. It takes an incredibly strong person. So there were a lot of tears. I think there was a lot of reflection, also a lot of like relief that I did it. I put it out there. Now I can, you know, I shed that skin and now I can move on. I think there was a lot of mixed emotions.